the Who stage lineup came out, as well as some information as to where this stage might be, and it's
Yeah.
not going to be anywhere close to us, right?
No.
No.
And in years past, most of the times I don't know anybody on the Who stage. Most of the time. Every
Well,
now and
that's
again,
kind of the
there's
point.
I know, I
Yeah.
know. But I also like to pride myself on knowing a little more occasionally. Clearly, we're wrong on that a lot. But many times I don't know anything or maybe one. And last year was the exception. I knew like 3. It was the first time that I knew several and was really excited about the Who stage. And when I went to it 3 times,
Right.
I was impressed with how good it looked and how well I thought it fit into the infrastructure of the entire Centeroo landscape. And poof, now it's gone. I don't know any of the names on this year, but that's back to normal. That's back to how it normally is. What's not normal is way out at, what did we say? We were talking right before in the
It's
very
Plaza
in-depth
7.
in-depth pre-show meeting. Plaza 7. Wow, that's nowhere near anything. And yes, of course, my first thought is, well, that's nowhere near us, right? Barry,
Right.
Lord Taco, Brian from the show. Yeah, we're not way out on the outskirts. Usually, occasionally, we'll take a run around and take a look, but we're not a whole lot.
Yeah, I want to
But
say
still, that's a long ways away, no matter where anybody is.
it is. We went out to the beer exchange last year at the Group Plaza. That's Plaza 5, correct?
Yeah, we weren't even that close at that point.
And that's pretty far out from Centeroo.
Yeah.
So this is Plaza 7, so it's even a little more further out.
Yeah, and less about us. I know, hard to believe, right? But
Yeah,
less,
I mean, if you're in
less
Plaza 7, you're close. So
Yeah, you're great.
It's all
Yeah.
about who's, as I like to say, about whose ox is being gored. So.
But less about all of that. These bands got to have a little wind out of the sails, just a touch, just a bit. I mean, they're happy to be there, no matter what. These guys and gals are up and comers. They're going to take anything. They'd play in the parking lot of the Waffle House down the road next to the liquor store. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They would play there. But there's got to be a little. But really, we're
Yeah,
not.
a gig is a gig.
Centeroo. We're not. But we're not right next to where all that other stuff is. We're not in the mix. There's got to be a
Yeah.
shred of disappointment, and we'll see. I mean, I'm not gonna hate. My first thought is,
No, and now that things are starting to become clear, I guess, with lineups and things like where this will be. We're gonna have Brad and Corey back on. We still need to have Brian Benson on. Brian Benson, for those who don't remember, is the guy who books the lineup. He and Steven. I want to hear their thinking, and we know for a fact that it is being thought about. It's not like a random.
oh yeah, and it might be that.
Yeah,
this
it might
is
have a
because
good
this
reason.
is what most people. It might be a great move.
Exactly.
It might be. We'll find out in practice. We'll find out.
And especially as we talked at length last week about the potential for selling out, and I really do feel like they're trying to manage the crowd, especially with that many people. So
That's
we're not
one
gonna,
small way to do it.
That is a way to do it. Not as many big acts in Where in the Woods, but bring in the Infinity move things around. So I'm interested to hear the logic behind it.
Well, speaking of that, we got to get to the biggest news of the last week potentially. The Snake and Jake's barn is back.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
it's almost like we manifested it back together.
I think we did.
The podcast that doesn't even get recognized in their own town.
Right.
So seemingly feels like I'm kidding. They're not listening to us to make decisions infrastructurally. But we were just talking about that the other week. How
Right.
cool is that? Snake and Jake's is back.
It's
That's
back.
right. It's coming back.
Never been in it before, so it's like I'm all excited about something I've never even been in. Speaking of crowd control, that's where
Right.
everybody wanted to go back in the
Yep,
day.
'cause
That's
it's
why I
air
never
conditioned.
went. Yeah, I never went because I couldn't get in.
I just walked by and thought, oh, a Christmas themed
It
cabin.
always looked like it was the. I mean,
Okay.
those in the early days, that was before the other.
Yeah.
So like that was the place that never stopped.
Right.
Like no matter what, it was going all the time. Well, now Centeroo's got a little more never stop action going on, and we'll see. But yeah, I guess R.I.P. House of Matroomony. I don't think anybody's gonna miss that.
Well, I think they're still doing matrimony type things. We just don't know where yet. But it won't take up that big footprint. It'll be somewhere else. It's funny you say that, Brian, because I can remember there was that, and the silent disco was always packed, and the line to get into the comedy tent, I always had to laugh at because they would find the shade. Because remember, there was that one tree
and
the
all
pole,
line. Yeah.
And they would all sit, and it was like a sundial. As the sun moved,
it would start moving.
Would go
over.
with the shade.
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
Well, and also because of an AC,
Right.
situation.
That's why you want it in.
Yeah.
I only went to the comedy tent one time. Sorry, Taco. Go ahead.
My one time I went to the Christmas barn, Snake and Jake's. Reggie Watts did a kind of a unannounced surprise stand-up set in there. I just happened to walk in, and he comes out on stage and just starts talking to everybody.
Really?
Yeah, it was really cool. I think that was 2018 because he performed 2018.
I was about to correct myself. I said I've only been in the comedy tent once. It was actually twice. Once forever ago, Jim Brewer, like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
18 years ago. And then Reggie Watts in that probably that same year, 2018, yeah. So.
Well, this was 2018. I don't think there was a comedy tent. This was just in Snake and Jake's.
Oh, was it gone by then? I guess it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last one I remember was the Conan thing where they put the video screen out in the field between the other and this tent.
Yeah, I guess it has been gone a long time.
So.
I guess it has.
Yeah.
What else?
Yeah, what's the other?
I want to thank. I didn't. His last name's on his not on his Instagram, but Sean, one of our listeners, sent me a direct message to a podcast about MJ Lenderman speaking about his talking about how what his songs are about, and just writing songs. I think that was in response to me saying, I don't know what the hell the guy sings about, but I really like it. So that was a pretty cool pull to throw out there. So I thank you, Sean, for that. And then what about the Oregon Trail video game simulation thing? Do you guys see that?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
How neat. I don't know what it's there for, and I didn't even finish it, but I'm like, this is cool looking. I don't know how many kids that go to Bonnaroo know what Oregon Trail is.
At this point, probably not a lot, but we get it.
Good for you, for everybody watchers and listeners that know what Oregon Trail is. But what a cool little simulated thing they put together on there.
Well, and along those lines, just thanks to everybody for the Discord, all the recommendations.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Brian, you've touched on that the last couple of weeks, but it's been great. I mean, everything that people have sent, pretty much, I've been into.
Yeah, I need to make a round two. I'll put it together another playlist and get my second round. But I've still been to that point. I've been stuck on MJ Lenderman. Stuck on it. He is the can't miss for me, and Mannequin Pussy might be the other one. I still have trouble saying that. Those two bands, like, I don't know if I'm going to be running to my mom's dinner. Man, I'll tell you what, Mannequin Pussy, that's going to be great.
Yeah, tell us again, Brian. What was your favorite thing about Bonnaroo?
Well, see, last year was Beaches, and this year it's Mannequin Pussy. Wait, what?
Yeah. Brian's gone over the top.
Yeah, this Bonnaroo thing's getting a little out of hand, buddy.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
But anyway,
I've been stuck on the Colts. This band that I've found through the lineup I've been enjoying them a lot. Yeah,
not the Cult.
I think
Colts.
it's just Colts.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll give it a listen this week.